Log 12 times 21, 32. Do I have to do this now? Like, I really need to get some rag.
No, now, when it's fresh.
Avatar Special Edition now playing in theaters. The question is, should you see it, rent it, or skip it? Movie critic Kevin Carr from fatguysatthemovies.com has the answer. Kevin dressing for the part this morning. All right, so how is this different really from the original movie, which was just a year ago, really?
Not even. It was in December was when it came out. So it's on DVD, it's on Blu-ray. The big difference is there's an extra 9 minutes in it, and it's already a 2-hour, 40-minute movie. They've added 9 minutes, and so if you really want to go see Pandora and get back in there, and you can go see it. But it made $2.7 billion worldwide, over $700 million in the States. You had your chance to see it. I can't imagine.
So do you think they're just doing this to make more money then?
I think so. I think it's very much a money grab. I mean, it's also August, so it's kind of the doldrums of movies.
Right.
So let's release it, and there's already going to be a director's cut coming out this holiday season on DVD and Blu-ray. So again, if you haven't seen it, here's your chance to see it again.
So they took out the 9 minutes thinking it was too long and they didn't want to make people sit through it. So now the 9 minutes are back and you're just saying it's just not worth the movie money.
Well, I mean, if you're going to spend $15 to go see it, you're spending more than $1 a minute to check it out. So big Avatar fans, sure. I don't know. I mean, I've already seen it.
What are those people called? Do you remember the people that were actually depressed because they couldn't really live in that Pandora world?
Yeah, that was sort of sad is what I would call it.
It was sad.
You know,
but they'll be there to see it.
They better be.
Yeah, of course.
James Cameron's counting on them.
That's right. Okay, so you're saying verdict is?
I'm going to say skip it unless, of course, you just
you haven't
seen it.
Right.
If you're the 7 people.
Okay, so the next movie we're going to talk about is Takers, which is an action film about some high-stake criminals. Matt Dillon is in it. How does he do?
He's okay. He actually plays the detective that's chasing. It's a big cast. There's a whole bunch of criminals that are going for sort of like that big one last heist, and it's got a lot of names, but not any huge names. Matt Dillon's probably one of the biggest ones in there. It also has like Idris Elba in it. It has Zoe Saldana in it, who's going up against herself in Avatar, but she's in it for like 2-3 minutes. It's not. It's a big ensemble piece, and the other actors are like Hayden Christensen, Paul Walker. These are not your Oscar slate that you're going to see.
Okay.
The other problem with the movie is it's sort of just haphazard, and it's got this shaky cam that's so much that you can't even see what's going on.
Was it nauseating almost?
At times, yeah. Not just the cinematography. The plot gets a little trite, and it rips stuff off at times.
The plot is nauseating as well.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think? See it, rent it, skip it?
I'm going to say skip it. It just doesn't do it for me, and you know, the theater I saw it in, they loved it, but not me. I was rolling my eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not in 3D either.
Fair enough. Do you want me to? Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's why I took off the glasses.
Okay.
I mean,
so the last is a horror film. It's not 3D, but I'm going to wear these anyway.
Oh,
because it'll be fun.
You look awesome.
Thank you. So it's the Last Exorcism. The first one scared me enough, but is this one scary?
Well, it's not a sequel. So it's not a sequel. There's a whole bunch of exorcist movies. It's another exorcism movie it's an original one about a guy. He's a preacher he's trying to sort of uncover the fraud of modern exorcism, and it's told in a documentary style where he's going out to this farm to a farmer's daughter who's possessed. Now, it sounds very familiar,
right?
Because we've seen that sort of thing before, the young girl who's been possessed.
Sure.
But it does take a little different take on it, and it has some very entertaining parts in it, and it really kind of has enough going on that it kept me interested.
And this one's also shot kind of the documentary style, right?
Yeah, very much, and it's that sort of found footage. He's bringing a documentary crew with them, so it is a lot of handheld and that sort of thing.
So what do you think? See it, rent it, skip it?
If you really want to see it, it's not as effective as it could be, but for me, it's a rent it unless you really want to see the horror movies. It has some really good scares in it.
Okay. 2 skip it's, 1 rent it. Thank you as always for being with us. Kevin Carr, fatguysatthemovies.com.